What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2006 movie, A Prairie Home Companion. So in this movie we take a look at what goes on behind the scenes backstage during the last broadcast of America's most celebrated radio show, where singing cowboys Dusty and Lefty, a country music siren, and a host of others court. So, this movie is kind of a mixed bag for me. There are things I really like about it, but it isn't like the funnest movie ever. But I love the music in here. As someone who grew up with old school country music and stuff, this is what this movie is pretty much about, is just classic country music and everything. And they have all kinds of really good songs in here played in the classic country style and everything, and I love that and everything. I always get made fun of because I like to say, I listen to my grandpa's music and stuff, the stuff that my grandpa grew up with and everything, and he was a big fan of this movie and everything. He's the one that got me into this movie, and I really love the music in here. I think it has a really great soundtrack. The cast are okay in here. Most of them are pretty good. I'll say that Meryl Streep and Lily Tomlin, while they're both really great actresses, I felt like they were miscast in this movie. They were not really believable, and Meryl Streep's singing wasn't terrible. She's a good singer and everything, but her voice does not fit country music, so it just didn't work as well as it could have and everything. It's not that she's a bad singer, because she's great and everything. It just, her voice does not fit the style of music that is played in this. And I felt like Lily Tomlin was the same way. I don't know if she lip sang or not. I know Meryl Streep didn't, but I don't know on Lily Tomlin. But she wasn't super great either as far as singing goes, but she was okay. Virginia Madsen was pretty good in here, and the guy that plays the radio host is actually the real host of the actual Prairie Home Companion broadcast and everything, and he did a really good job. I thought his acting was pretty good for someone who is not an actor and everything. I thought he did a good job, and I will say that the highlights of this movie, there's 3 highlights. Woody Harrelson and John C. Reilly as Dusty and Lefty. They are just absolutely hilarious in these roles. They're really funny, but they also are just really likable characters, and their songs are really, really good, and they work really good together and everything, and their voices go really good together. And I wish that they would freaking make a Dusty and Lefty album together. That would be so freaking cool. I doubt that'll ever happen, but that would be so cool. And if it did happen, don't know about it, that would be awesome too. But I don't think that ever did happen. But and then Lindsay Lohan is just absolutely hilarious in this movie as this morbid teen with this dark sense of humor and stuff, always obsessed with talking about death and everything. And she reminds me of the little star in the Super Mario Brothers movie. She just steals the show. She's lovable, and she's kind of a mood in herself, but she's a lovable character and everything. I will say, as far as negatives go, while the story is really good and everything, I really enjoy the story and stuff behind what they're doing with this movie. I will say that since this is a slow burner, it's not as rewatchable as some of the other movies that these stars have been in and stuff, but it's a fine movie and everything. It's one I don't mind rewatching every now and then and everything, but I have to be in the right mood to really, really get enjoyment out of it. But as far as the music is enough to carry it for me to be able to enjoy the movie enough and everything. So while I don't think this is the best movie ever, I do think it's a good movie. It's entertaining at times. It's got some really good music. I love the Dirty Jokes song, or the Bad Jokes song that Dusty and Lefty sing. It's just absolutely hilarious, and John C. Reilly and him, they just bring really great comedic timing to the character and to this movie. So I gotta say, this is a fun time and everything. So I'm gonna go as far as say I give A Prairie Home Companion a 7 out of 10. It's not one of my most favorite movies ever, but it is a really good time as far as the music goes, and you get some really fun performances with John C. Reilly Woody Harrelson and Lindsay Lohan. They're all great in this movie, so it's worth watching if you're a fan of any of them and everything. But it's not the most compelling or entertaining movie. It's not one that I would say is a must-watch or anything, but it is a good time and everything, despite some of the miscasting and stuff. It's still a good enough time, so I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of A Prairie Home Companion, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.